Hey guys, welcome. Now, today is a really big day. Jupiter is going to work with Pisces, and Neptune is there as well. And this is a big thing, because the planet of luck and expansion is going to expand with Pisces. And I mean, what is Pisces to me? Pisces feels like creative freedom. Creative freedom to express. Creative freedom to love, to nurture, and to expand. Yeah, and I really feel like it's going to be beautiful. And they keep showing me the two fish coming together. And if anyone, you know, knows about Pisces, it's the dualities in union. Okay? Dualities as one. Connected, coming together. Now those two fish, they can either swim together and come together, or they can swim apart. But they're still always a part of the whole. And then we have this, you know, expansive planet of luck. And this luck has much to do with how we are expanding, the knowledge that we are expanding with. We have access to this knowledge. This is working with Ein Sophur. There's a magical connection going on right now. And the journey of the shaman. And being able to navigate and heal through the ugliness of the world with the light and expand. This is also a big deal because Jupiter is not with Saturn, and Saturn kind of anchors Jupiter down and kind of, you know, Saturn's like grandpa karma. And, you know, Jupiter's this, you know, younger, expansive energy that has positivity on its side. And grandpa over here wants to do things the old way, you know, the way that, you know, tradition, how we're going to balance the karmic scales. How are we going to do this? And Jupiter's ready to expand anew with positivity. And then being with Pisces and being able to create freely and express the negative with the positive and the positive with the negative. Express it all. And guys, you know, healing from the ugliness of the world and the journey of the shaman, you know, you can go to all the classes in the world, and that doesn't mean you're going to be a shaman. This is working with the divine. These are things that can't necessarily be taught in classes. And, you know, you can really see when people's egos are out. You know, someone's like, I took a class for that. I have a certification of that. That's a very old earth mentality. The school of life is the school of life. Your purpose is your purpose. Where you're going is where you're going. Who you are is who you are. And we're going to see some of this ugliness of the world, but Ein Sophur is going to help us find our way. You know, I had somebody come up to me and say that I was disgusting because I believed in God and they didn't believe in God, and I worked with the divine. So I was disgusting. And, you know, healing from that and what that meant. And of course I wanted to go in old patterning and attack self, but I wasn't going to attack self because I wasn't accepted for who I was. Now the same day I happened to have somebody who was a Reiki master and took all of these classes, apparently telling me that the tarot and healing didn't go together. Well guys, this is not true. I mean, I'm sitting here today healed with you because of the tarot, and I use the term healed. We're always healing. But from who I was to who I am now, the tarot heals. There are so many things, tools that we use to heal with. And because we're multidimensional, we're going to use many tools to heal with along the way. We can use a bunch of tools to come together. This is where, you know, you can look at, you know, we're moving away from the programs, the programming. It can only be this, or it's not that. Well, this is part of the expansion. This is part of creating a new. This is part of, you know, broadening our horizons. It's time to broaden our horizons. It's time to expand. So guys, we're gonna be tested once again too. Don't get mad. Well, you can get mad if you want to, if you're getting tested. I know I get mad sometimes because I'm so deep in the test, I don't even realize it's a test. And then I remember, Nicole, I stopped looking at it as a test and started, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to expand with your knowledge, to work with force, to actually, you know, use the force. You've healed with force. Now, let's apply it. Let's apply the healing that you've done with the masculine, that you've done with the father, that you've done with this fire. Let's apply it. And yeah, it's not easy all the time, but your life really changes. You start really understanding things in a different way, because now you're moving with it. Now you're moving with consciousness. Now you're in the dance with consciousness. And guys, this is connected to a dance and a vision. We're going to talk about on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. It's all going to come together. We're going to have a few messages, and I've received a vision, and it goes with this vision. I received all in the bathtub, of course, doing purification work. This has to do with the journey of the shaman and being able to heal from the ugliness of the world with the light. Aim so pure. That's a little snippet of what we just talked about, and we're gonna go forward with this because this is connected to working with the spider. And we saw the spider yesterday when we met up, or the last reading when we met up. Now, messages. This has to do with our swiftness. Things are gonna start coming together. And I feel an extra special connection to Pisces because, I mean, I am Pisces. My sun sign is Pisces. My moon being Aquarius. And I love the dreaminess of Pisces, and there we go too. Dreaminess, creating with fantasy, and there's nothing wrong with creating with high vibe fantasy. There's healing too. It's just always about the balance. If we're going to just live in the fantasy and we're not ever going to live in reality, that's not healthy. But if we're always living in reality and we're never allowing ourselves to live with the fantasy, that's not healthy either. This is about true honoring of being a multidimensional being. And yeah, it's like, you know, you think riding a bike is hard and flapping your wings. You're just doing it all the time. Ride your bike, flap your wings, look left and right, up, down. Oh, but you get the hang of it. Breathe underwater, be on fire. But you get the hang of it. And you're happy. You find the happiness in it. It's just like, too, like, you know, we think, oh, we're gonna do all this, you know, work, and then we're gonna be rewarded. But it's not about the reward. We're not doing this work for the reward. We get to places on our expansion where we're doing the work because we found the love within the work. We found the love within the dark. We found the light within the dark. We understand the importance of it. We're doing this from our heart. We're doing this because it's right. We're doing this with integrity. We're doing this because we understand truly what it means to be a noble person, a noble entity, a noble energy. We are and like that is how we are working. You know, we are really extensions of the divine at that point in time. When we're actually doing it, you know, and maybe ego didn't show up that day because we know we're integrating the ego. Maybe ego didn't show up that day, and today's extra special heart and, you know, spirit and the soul is doing all this work. And yeah, we needed ego to show up to the party, but ego's in the corner doing what ego's doing because, you know, for whatever reason, ego was hurt, upset, or whatever. And this is about learning how to master our emotions, master our connection to the mother, and be able to witness We need to be able to witness our emotions. We're creating with our energy. We're creating with spirit. We're shapeshifters. We're moving. So we need to be able to witness our emotions, but not let them be in control of us. This is a masterful healing tool to be able to, and you know, this is the connection to the priestess and the priest, the high, you know, priestess. And we're gonna be able to it's like we this is where we can split off. Look, I'm gonna split off from self, and I'm going to witness self with the spirit, with the soul. It may be ego shown up, and we're gonna witness what's happening, and then we're going to act from what we just saw. It's not that, and we're gonna apply force, because then we understand how to work with the matter. We're not just gonna instantaneously work with the matter and react. We're going to respond with the matter. We're going to heal. And there's a healing with time involved here. So now it's like, you know, I'm going to step back. And there's a healing with impulses also honored here too. I'm going to step back. I'm going to witness. I'm going to witness these emotions, just like fear. You know, fear is a signal. These emotions are signals of the energy of motion within me. What are they telling me? But it doesn't mean I need to react to all of them. Which, you know, I need to comprehend some of this. I need to transmute some of this. I need to understand some of this. So, okay, I see these key points. This is where we're working with the masculine now. I see these key points. I'm going to move and shift the energy over here, and I'm going to create here. And this is how we're becoming masters of energy, masters of our universes, and working with the universe, and working without, and building anew, and creating anew. And we're just going to keep honoring this. We're just going to keep going forward with this. And guys, if you see the ugliness of the world and it tries to tear you down, be strong in who you are. Be strong in all the work you've done. You know, we're proudly humble. But many of our pasts are filled with so much trauma and pain, and you know, so that we could heal the victim template to create a new with the divine. That a lot of people, I want to say, not everyone understands, but we can all connect through pain. So just because you're not feeling understand doesn't mean that not all of us, you know, not everyone that you meet will understand, but I'll understand. You'll understand me. We'll understand each other. We can all resonate with each other. But not everybody that we meet on this planet is going to resonate with us. And that's okay. And I really feel like we needed to hear that message right now, all of us. Okay, so this is about our swiftness, and something's coming together here. We're going to expand. Remember, the planet of luck and expansion is with Neptune and Pisces. And this has to do with, they've shared with me, we found the key to our freedom. We did officially help to heal the codependency template. So all of you that have been in separation and working alone, guys, we've done it. We've done it. We've done it. And this is allowing us to freely express our emotions and move forward. And we've healed. We've pulled in new patterns of healing for the rest of the collective with the star. Right, guys, and that's allowing us to all expand and elevate. Now, this vision that has been shared with me is connected to the moon that we're going to speak about here for New Year's. So I want to get directly a message from the moon. We're going to start off there, and then we're going to see where we're going with our energy. And this, we're going to keep this quick, because I've already spoke much with channeled messages that needed to be said, and because we're going to have a few readings here in a row, we're just going to nicely expand off them. We don't need 10 parts, guys, right? We don't need 10 parts. And guys, the messages are the messages. I always put them out the way I feel called to put them out. You go where you need to go, where you feel called to go, okay? And thank you to all the new subscribers and all the old subscribers and everyone that's joining in to heal, harmonize, and raise the vibration. We're expanding. And I love you guys. You guys are part of the positive charge here. And I wouldn't be me without you. So thank you. All right. There it is. We're working with the white goddess, our connection to Gemini. Athene. Gaia, the red goddess. And picture, this is working with Neptune and Pluto and Cancer. And there's the expansion. We're expanding with our emotions, everything we just talked about in picture. We're expanding there. And it's connected to a negotiation with the earth as we heal from a duel. We're healing. Remember, this is about coming together. This is about healing from the ugliness of the world, conflict. Where we're having a hard time adding the positive charge to the negative to expand. So now we're going to, and this is the key. And remember, the negotiation is the center point, and that's where the creator is. So we're having a negotiation through the earth, with the earth. And remember, this is about this. Healing from this, we've healed from this. Here it is right here. This is about divine commitment. This is a divine commitment. This isn't codependency. This is a divine commitment because we made the commitment from our heart. We made the commitment to do this. From within to without. We made the commitment to do this. And there's the priestess right there. And the mother, we expand with the mother. And the father. The empress. And the Ace of Wands. Okay, guys. There's a message in Athene here for us. So, this is the white goddess of air, Gemini, Athene. Helmeted a wild animal skin around her shoulders, the slim, athletic figure of Athene carries the spear and shield of a warrior. Around her waist is the buckler given to her by her father, Zeus. The stance of the goddess of war is defensive rather than aggressive. Her leading leg protected with armor, she looks back at her full quiver of arrows. Around her wrist, a serpent twines. On her shield she raises to protect herself. There is the image of 4 winged horses. She was worshipped as the goddess of horses and oxen. Beneath the image are the symbol for the air sign Gemini and the moon disk of the white goddess. This goddess reveals that the questioner possesses a wealth of inherited talents and gifts. These can be used for the good of others or for self-advancement. Athene suggests that solely looking after your own interests may not be the way to achieve the results you want. It may be that if you use your abilities in service of others, you will gain your desires in a more positive and fulfilling way. And this is what the journey of the shaman is about, and the inner warrior and healing with life force energies. The nature of air in Gemini is versatile and broad-minded. There is danger of being too diverse in attitude for the current situation. And there's a connection to June. There's a shift here with June. And that means something. Because we just honored our winter solstice, and that's our connection to our summer solstice. it also means something further. It's connected to working with Jupiter. I want to say Jupiter too leaves Pisces for a bit, but then returns in October. I do believe it takes a dip in Aries. Uh-oh. Guys, we had to fix the music. Now, Jupiter was previously connected to Pisces in ancient times. I don't like saying ruled. Nobody rules anyone. We're all just connected. Guys, I'm creating with the Two of Cups for all. Okay? Even the planets and the signs in astrology. That's what I've been called to do, and I'm going to do what I feel called to do. I march to the beat of my drum. And guys, we all got to march to the beat of our drum, because we're all connected to creation in our own unique ways, even though we're all connected to creation in similar ways. It's all about the energy of the opposites coming together to create the whole. All right, something's shifting here. There it is. Quieting the mind. Of course, there's our connection right there. And working with time. This ties into everything we just talked about in channel messages. Working with time, quieting the mind, being able to be an observer of our emotions and our thoughts in order to expand with spirit, the divine, and continue to create with high vibe fantasy and our dreams and the divine, our faith. So guys, we're working with sound. Quieting the mind. Key concepts. Meditation as a commitment. The need for silence. Peace within desperate, chaotic outer conditions. Letting go of the monkey mind and mindfulness. Life is chaotic. Busy, loud, frantic, and overwhelming. Some days, all that noise is like the roar of thunder echoing around you. And it feels as if you're being pummeled by a rainstorm. Isn't this why we take vacations? To get away to somewhere peaceful. In spite of the surrounding din of the world, today you need to slow down and find a bit of peace. So go ahead and take a deep breath right now. Make a commitment to be still, if only for 5 minutes. Count your breaths and be mindful of every one of them. Know that you have all the time in the world to do things that need doing. Everything is perfect as it is. This has to do with coming back to the center. This has to do with being in the energy. We need this energy to shift with, guys. This is the pause. This is the breath. This is the shift. This is the raise in vibration. That's why we're working with sound. Our core beliefs about the world originate in our thoughts and feelings, which then become our perceptions. If our thoughts are all over the place, that is how we will experience the outer world. But what if the outer world didn't matter at all? What if at our center there were a place that is always calm, where the mind doesn't have a million things to say, where problems and challenges aren't nearly as important as we think they are? And boy, this to me is Pisces. This is what Pisces knows and understands. And I mean, Pisces can get quite grumpy when you try to take them out of the dream world. Like, daydreaming is like they're Pisces live in all the other realms, whichever realm they want to dream in. And they can get really irritated and out of whack and out of balance and you know, going more towards addictive tendencies to feed impulses, because you know they need that, and we all need that. We all need that healthy bit of this to create with. And once again too, you know, we're working with our feelings and our thoughts. Today requires you to take an internal break to go to that silent place to regroup. Meditate on the stillness within. Choose a peaceful mind and nothing else. You will be amazed by how easily everything falls into place once you do. And this is really beautiful because before I sit down to do this reading, sometimes they give me channeled messages early, sometimes they don't. And I receive the channeled messages for our next reading for New Year's Eve here. And there's a connection to peace. And of course, these messages will be connected. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So it's just going to be like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. There's a connection to the channeled messages for both times. All right, guys, where are we going? Where are we going here? And this makes perfect sense. We're healing from this. This is expanding with Mars and the Sun. There it is. There it is right there. Remember, we were going from the devil energies to the lovers. We just spoke about that. Speak about Christmas Eve. This was the gift of the expansion and working with Capricorn season. There is the expansion of adding Jupiter and Neptune with Pisces into the mix. And we know when we last met up, it was all about the Four of Swords and the Four of Swords. Ooh, guys, I said that for a reason. I look forward to why. Okay. The Four of Discs, the Four of Pentacles, and there it is. We're shifting with Capricorn and the Sun. We're shifting here. There's the shift. Here's the shift. And this has to do with the journey of the shaman and the connection to the warrior within. And here it is. Victory. Victory with the fire, with expanding with the Father. Because why? Because we slowed down and understood how to expand the matter. We slowed down how to understand how to work with the feminine and masculine, the matter and the energy. So we healed from this. And there's a connection to New Year's and time here. And we know that there is a connection with New Year's and time. And I look forward to when we meet up. Then, just for that. I love you guys. I'm sending it to you. Those good healing vibes. Take care.